It's just hit 10:30 and I am a man who keeps his promises. So joining me on the show this week is the man behind FiveSidedDice. I'm chatting to Roscoe Neft. Roscoe, how are you doing?
How's it, man? I'm great, and yourself?
I'm wonderful, man. Thank you so much for joining me on the show today.
That's always a pleasure. Always good to be here.
Fantastic, bud. So I think let's start off with the name. It's such a unique name. How did you come up with it?
You mean the artist name, FiveSidedDice?
Yeah.
That was given to me by a friend, Marco Pretorius, when we were just kids, when we were about maybe 10 years old or something. He was, what a cool name that'd be for a band. And then I was like, I'll keep that in mind. Thanks to him.
100%, man. And how has lockdown and fighting a pandemic influenced your sound and creative process at all? Has it?
And it's been hectic, yeah. Obviously, you get a lot of time to sit and tinker with different ideas and sounds that you've always had in the back of your mind, and you thought, hey, one day I should do something with that. And now you have the time, I guess. So, yeah, it all comes together then.
100%. Well, how would you describe your overall sound, Roscoe?
For this project, my solo project, with FiveSidedDice, I think it's like an amalgamation of many different kinds of genres of music that I enjoy, ranging from everything from like jazz to hip-hop to punk rock to metal to reggae to anything really that I just kind of throw into a mixing pot and see what comes out, you know? That's basically what I do.
100%. And you obviously released Disposable at the end of last year, which was an EP. Can you speak about that project and, you know, what was your mindset while writing that project?
The idea was Disposable EPs, part 1 and part 2. I remember I actually came onto MannMade radio to promote one of those.
Awesome.
If I remember correctly. Yeah, that EP, the concept behind that was you could do as much as you really, really can as a local or underground artist, but a lot of the time that work just gets like brushed under a rug kind of thing.
Yep.
You know, it gets overlooked by most other big organizers or mainstream media outlets. So it's kind of like a self-deprecation kind of humor thing where it's like no matter how good your art is, it may still be deemed disposable by others, but that doesn't mean that you should stop creating it, because obviously it still matters to a small select few, you know, so you do it for them and for yourself and for the love of it eventually. But yeah, it is still kind of a social commentary of sorts on how many underground and local artists are simply just deemed as disposable to some extent, if that makes any sense at all.
No, 100%. And I mean, it's a constant theme that you do revisit in your work. Is it easy being an introspective writer? I mean, I've got the lyrics to your brand new single, Ride With Me, here in front of me. It's pretty deep, bud.
Pretty deep, bud. Yeah, I guess so, you could say so. Yeah, it's, I try to be honest in most of my work. Like, I try my best to. Obviously, no one can be truly objective of themselves and, you know, truly as introspective as they'd like to think they are. But I think if I can say what I'm going through, even if I just touch on it, and then I share that with the world and with other people, maybe they'll find some sense of solace or some kind of home within the song themselves, and that would help them along whatever they're going through. Maybe not be the same as me, but, you know, maybe it'll help someone else. I don't know.
Beautifully said, man. Well, speaking of, what was the journey behind Ride With Me? What was the inspiration behind your latest single?
So Ride With Me is a sort of like a tale of, as you've probably noticed already, like reinventing oneself or metamorphosis of some sort, where someone's obviously going through changes and trying to make the most of it, acknowledging bad things around you, your own behaviors, your own mindset, and just trying to make the most of your situation, just trying to grow from that, move past that as a person, and then obviously use it as some form of catharsis, kind of trying to create something beautiful out of it, whether it be art or anything really, you know, just trying to grow from that.
And speaking of that art creation, I have to also give you props to the video for Ride With Me. I mean, you came up with such a pretty cool concept of hiding some Easter eggs and a dope prize that comes with it. Can you explain to our listeners a bit?
So that video, the idea was actually from my girlfriend, Shayla. She came up with the video idea and the concept. And then the video was filmed by one of my old best friends, Lee now. So I have to thank them for that. But yeah, the concept was I created 3 little really badly painted rocks with messages on them such as, you know, you've won a free music voucher, or you've won a free piercing voucher from Black Dahlia Tattoos. And then I would hide them at specific locations in PE, and people would find the rock, and then they would present it to the tattoo parlor, and they would get either a free merchandise from my band or whatever at the tattoo parlor, or they would get a free piercing. And the locations of the rocks are obviously revealed in the music video, where I'm walking around and singing and putting the rocks in places and stuff like that. So there's a lot of fun to make, you know.
Awesome. Has anyone found the rocks yet, or am I supposed to go on a scavenger hunt after my show?
I think there's one left.
Aha.
The one at the pier has been found, and the one at the lookout near Sacramento has been found. The last one, other one, I don't know if it's been found. No one's posted on anything or contacted you or anything. So there might still be one out there. So they can check out the video for that.
Fantastic, man. Well, I have to ask you, is Ride With Me a standalone kind of moment and song in and of itself, or are you planning a little bit more releases for the end of the year?
Oh, I've got an EP coming up. That's actually going to be part of the EP, Confession Tapes Part 2.
Awesome.
I've released Part 1 already. And this song specifically, Ride With Me, will be performed by my punk band, Undead Generation, sometime in the future when the world returns. You know?
Do you miss gigging?
Yeah. Oh, man, I miss it a lot. But obviously there's a social responsibility that comes along with it. You know, you don't want to be the reason for spreader events or whatever it's called.
Yeah. 100%. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for joining me here on the MMR Top 30. Do you want to introduce your brand new single to our MMR listeners?
Awesome. Thank you so much, man. Yeah, Ride With Me. Check it out. You can get it on any platform. Buy it on bandcamp if you want to support me directly. And yeah, thank you so much.
Awesome. Here is Ride With Me.
Keeping a breath inside my lungs in case I need to scream out. A cry for help, a simple agony, I'm thinking out loud. If you're listening, suppose I gotta sound profound. The weight of just background music for my deadbeat hometown. Seeing the mall, folks don't pay attention. Too busy with the hookups and the sport on the television. I guess we're out here just talking to ourselves. Skin so deep, bros, we all need some help. We find events, the problems we got. Drowning out the crowds with the nicotine and the shots. I'm feeling empty yet the more I fill my body with lies. It's time to let that get you open up your bloodshot eyes. Change your environment, you'll change yourself. Change yourself in your environment, you'll change your mental health. I know it's not as black and white as that, but I'll cling on to the hope that we can take ourselves back. We can. I wish you'd carry me gently far away from my pain. I want some therapy. Enemy don't wanna be the same. You say, honestly, my world keeps turning, even though I wish it would burn. Now, get up, come and take a ride with me. I got a lot of things I wanna show you. Turn on the volume on the radio. Turn it up, get up, come on, don't you try to ride with me. It's the only way that I can get to know you. And you bagging up the call and don't let it go. Let it go now. Feeling like a bag of bones in empty coliseum. My tired liar eyes are hypnotized by people's lives seeming grim. Repetition, time and space continuum. Time loop stuck in a cycle like a sim. Honestly, I just want to pick up on my brain and let my therapist tell me how to start over again. Through the pain that I've dealt, the hurt that I've caused, I'm paying my debt. Heart full of grief, a hurtful regret. Sick of being this person, man, I wish it would stop. Might just to bail myself on the hands of the clock. Just to hold time, making sure that I never drop. Another person from the heights of my ego's top floor. The end of the cycle is something to die for, and the pain that I dish out is to take my own life for. I don't wanna look with all these people I can be. I don't wanna be this, man, I don't wanna be me anymore. I wish you'd carry me gently far away from my pain. I want some therapy. Enemy don't wanna be the same. It's sad. Honestly, my world keeps turning, even though I wish it would burn. Now, get up, ride with me. I got a lot of things I wanna show you. Turn up the volume on the radio. Turn it up, get up, come on, don't you try to ride with me.
It's Five-Sided Dice here on the MMR Top 30. The song is called Ride With Me. Well, back to the charts now. Here at number 12, it's Anne-Marie and Niall Horan with our song.